You roll over, check the clock. It's 2 in the morning, again. And once again, your bladder's calling. You shuffle out of bed, half asleep, wondering why this keeps happening, even on nights when you barely drink anything. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. According to the National Institute on Aging, over 50% of adults over 65 experience nocturia, the medical term for waking up at night to urinate. For many, it happens 2, 3, even 4 times a night, robbing you of rest and leaving you tired, frustrated, and at risk for falls or injuries. But what if I told you the real culprit isn't just how much you drink, it's what you eat too? And more specifically, the fruits you eat. Yes, certain fruits, especially when eaten in the late afternoon or evening, can irritate the bladder, raise your fluid output, or disrupt hormone balance, all of which can send you sprinting to the bathroom at 2 a.m. In today's video, we'll reveal 3 common fruits that may silently increase your nighttime bathroom trips, backed by real science from Harvard Health, the Mayo Clinic, and the American Urological Association. These aren't exotic fruits. In fact, they're often the ones we assume are the healthiest. But once you understand how they work, you'll see why removing just one from your routine could help you sleep through the night again. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Golden Aging Health, and click the bell icon so you never miss out on practical, science-backed tips designed to help you stay strong, sleep well, and feel in control after 60. Now, I'll reveal the one fruit that doctors say may silently force your kidneys into overdrive even in small amounts, and why it could be the hidden reason you're waking up to pee night after night.
Fruit number 1, watermelon. It's sweet, it's refreshing, and on a hot day, it feels like the perfect snack. But for seniors over 60, watermelon may be the fruit that's sabotaging your bladder after dark. Watermelon is about 92% water. That's one of the reasons it feels so hydrating. But that also means it's a natural diuretic. In other words, it increases urine production, especially when consumed in large portions or late in the day. According to the National Institute on Aging, one of the most overlooked causes of nocturia, that's waking up to urinate at night, is late evening fluid overload, including fluids from foods like fruit. Now here's the kicker. Most people don't think of fruit as a fluid, but if you eat 1 cup of watermelon, you're basically consuming over half a glass of water plus natural sugars, which can stimulate the bladder lining in some individuals. Dr. Joseph Montague, a geriatric urologist and researcher at the Mayo Clinic, explains, many older adults don't realize that juicy fruits like watermelon or citrus are acting like mild diuretics. Their kidneys are already slower to concentrate urine with age, so even a small bedtime snack can disrupt sleep. Meet Mr. Raymond, a 73-year-old retired piano tuner from Florida. Every evening after dinner, Raymond had a simple ritual: a big slice of cold watermelon while watching the news. "It helps me cool off," he'd say. "Better than ice cream, right?" But he began noticing something strange. No matter what time he went to bed, he'd wake up around 2 or 3 in the morning needing to use the bathroom. And once he was up, he'd have trouble falling back asleep. Then came the foggy mornings, the naps during the day. He even stumbled once during a late-night trip to the toilet, thankfully with no serious injury. At his next doctor visit, he mentioned the issue. After going over his evening routine, the doctor gently pointed out that watermelon, despite being healthy, is extremely high in water content and acts like a natural diuretic. especially for seniors whose bladders are more sensitive. Raymond was shocked. It never crossed my mind. With one simple change, moving his watermelon to lunchtime, his sleep improved dramatically. I haven't had a 2 a.m. bathroom sprint in weeks, and I finally wake up feeling rested. So if you enjoy watermelon like Raymond, here's how to keep it in your life without losing sleep over it. Enjoy it, but before 3 p.m., not after dinner. Limit your portion to half a cup if consumed in the late afternoon. Pair it with a protein or fiber-rich snack to slow digestion and reduce sudden fluid processing. Do you usually snack on fruit after dinner? Tell us in the comments, have you ever noticed a difference in your sleep after eating juicy fruits in the evening? Coming up next, we'll uncover the acidic fruit that irritates the bladder lining and increases urgency. And yes, it's one that's probably in your fridge right now.
Fruit number 2. Citrus fruits. Oranges, pineapple, grapefruit. Let's move to another fruit group that might be hiding in your routine. Citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruit, lemons, and pineapple. We often think of citrus as a superfood. And yes, these fruits are rich in vitamin C, antioxidants, and enzymes that help the immune system. But for seniors dealing with nighttime bathroom trips, they may be causing more harm than good, especially if eaten in the afternoon or evening. Why? Because citrus fruits are highly acidic, and that acidity can irritate the bladder lining. This irritation sends your bladder a false urgency signal, making you feel like you need to go, even when your bladder isn't full. According to the American Urological Association, acidic foods, especially citrus, are known bladder irritants, particularly in individuals over 60. In fact, a 2021 review published in the Journal of Urology found that patients who removed acidic fruits from their diet saw a 40% reduction in nighttime urgency episodes within 2 weeks. If you love citrus, you don't have to give it up entirely. What you can do instead: avoid citrus fruits or juice after 4 p.m. Replace with low-acid fruits like blueberries, apples, or pears. Try herbal teas like chamomile, iron balm, ironically not acidic, or rhodibos to wind down. Finally, we'll reveal the sweetest fruit of all, and why its sugar load may be shocking your kidneys at night even more than you think.
Fruit number 3. High sugar fruits. I once met James, a 75-year-old grandfather from Georgia who took great pride in staying healthy as he aged. James wasn't one to indulge in soda, candy, or processed snacks. He was thoughtful about his food, choosing whole grains, lean proteins, and most of all, fruit. Every evening, as part of his calming wind-down routine, he'd enjoy a generous handful of grapes while reading or watching the news. "It's fruit," he'd chuckle. "It has to be good for me." And he wasn't wrong. Grapes are packed with antioxidants. But like many seniors, James didn't realize that timing and portion size play a critical role in how even healthy foods affect the body. Over time, he started noticing something odd. He began waking up around 1:45 a.m. and again closer to 4, not from noise or discomfort, but from the urgent need to pee. At first, he chalked it up to aging or maybe a bit of extra hydration. So he tried drinking less water after dinner. Then he cut out his evening herbal tea. Still, the nighttime bathroom trips continued, disrupting his sleep, fogging up his mornings, and even making him nervous about falling in the dark. Then one day at his senior center, a visiting nutritionist gave a presentation on how naturally sweet fruits,
especially after 6 p.m., can spike blood sugar and affect kidney function. Something clicked. That evening, James looked into it and was shocked to learn that grapes, bananas, and mangoes are among the highest fructose fruits, and that fructose, even from natural sources, can trigger the body to eliminate excess glucose via the kidneys, resulting in increased urine output. And for older adults, that reaction tends to be stronger and faster. The Mayo Clinic confirms that nighttime polyuria, a condition where your body produces too much urine at night, can be caused not just by what you drink, but also by sugar-rich foods, including fruit, consumed in the hours before bed. Even more convincing, a 2019 study published in Nutrition and Metabolism found that older adults who consumed more than 15 grams of fructose after 6 p.m. were 40% more likely to experience nighttime urination compared to those who stayed below 5 grams. James did the math and realized that his bedtime bowl of grapes easily topped that 15-gram threshold without him even noticing. So he decided to make a change. He swapped his evening grapes for a small handful of almonds and blueberries, lower in sugar, higher in magnesium and fiber, and known to support sleep and digestion. And within just a week, James was sleeping through the night. No more groggy wake-ups, no more early morning fog. I honestly never imagined that fruit, something I thought was helping me, is what was keeping me from sleeping, James shared with a smile. But now I finally feel rested and I feel in control again. You might be wondering, can something as simple as fruit really cause that much disruption? The answer is yes, especially after 60. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing glucose, and our kidneys become more sensitive to sugar fluctuations. This means that high fructose fruits like bananas, grapes, and mangoes, when eaten in the evening, can prompt your body to flush sugar through urine at exactly the time it should be resting and repairing. If you enjoy fruit at night like James, here are a few senior-friendly tips. Eat high-sugar fruits, grapes, mango, banana, before 2 p.m. when your metabolism is more active. Keep portions small, for example, just half a banana or 8 to 10 grapes, paired with protein or fat like yogurt or nuts. Choose lower glycemic fruits like blueberries, blackberries, or kiwi in the evening. Pair fruit with fiber or healthy fats to reduce glucose spikes and support steady digestion. Already swapped your evening fruit for something gentler on your bladder? Tell us in the comments what worked for you. Your story might inspire another senior who's still waking up at 2 a.m. and searching for answers.
Let's take a moment to summarize the 3 common fruits we explored today, each one identified by doctors as a potential trigger for nighttime urination in seniors. Watermelon, citrus fruits, and high-sugar fruits. These fruits aren't bad, they're nutritious, but when you eat them and how much makes all the difference after 60. Even small changes to the timing and portion of your fruit intake can have a huge impact on your sleep, bladder health, and daily energy levels. You deserve restful, uninterrupted nights, and it might be as simple as adjusting what's in your fruit bowl after 3 p.m. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Golden Aging Health for more science-backed, practical health tips for thriving after 60. And don't forget to check the description below. We've linked more videos on sleep, bladder health, and aging gracefully. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.